Good evening and welcome to the Hawks Sports Network. It's time for OCAA basketball. Humber men's team taking on the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers. My name is Matt Hamill. With me is my partner in broadcasting, Kyle Dalton. Kyle, should be a great matchup here today. Humber coming off a big loss against Redeemer, their first loss of the season, taking on a Mohawk team that just rolled along two-game win streak, beating the Sheridan Bruins.
Well, Mohawk are fighting for their playoff lives. They need 3 wins in their last 3 games to stay alive. Humber, like you said, lost that tough game against Redeemer, but we saw them out here in warm-up. They were feeling loose, feeling good about themselves, even though they did lose for the first time this season. So we're expecting a good one here today. We're expecting Humber to rebound in a good way. And like I mentioned, they were feeling loose and looking good in warm-up, so we're expecting a good one.
Yeah, and the talk around here is maybe not the worst loss to take. That undefeated record, kind of a lot of tension. But for more on this game, Danielle Dupuis on the sideline.
And welcome back to The Side. My name's Danielle Dupuis, and I'll be your sideline sports reporter for the duration of today's game. As previously mentioned, today the men's basketball team are going up against the Mohawk Mountaineers in their last home game of the regular season. Stay tuned. It's definitely going to be an interesting match tonight. And wait till the end because I'll be doing a post-game interview with the players of the game. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Danielle. And that's right. Should be a great matchup. It is seniors night. Jordan Rose and Kerwin Elvis will be honored tonight. They're the only 2 players remaining from that 2015 national championship victory. And Kyle, it'll be pretty good to see them get honored here tonight on a special seniors night.
Yeah, Kerwin Elvis picked up his career high, 26 points earlier this year, which is a career high for him. Jordan Rose, more known as a role player, coming off the bench, good locker room guy. So these 2 guys are going to get their well-deserved and exit from the Hawks Nest here tonight.
Have those ceremonies to kick things off. Lots of the Humber brass in attendance. Kyle Dalton.
Got a lot of suits and ties here tonight for this one.
I feel underdressed.
Just a little. It's going to be a good one, though. Mountaineers, like we mentioned, fighting for their lives here.
Yeah, they're just a few points behind St. Clair for that last playoff spot in the West Division. A very competitive West Division. But again, we mentioned it, the Mountaineers coming in hot off a big 1-point win against the Sheridan Bruins.
That was a big win for them. They beat UTM as well just before that, but they did lose to St. Clair, which was a huge loss for them, a team that they were catching in the standings and are still behind right now. So for them, looking for a win here today at the Hawks Nest, try to spoil this seniors night. And then they'll host Lambton on Saturday and then finish off their season with a 1-gamer against Sioux.
Kyle, we're talking about a lot of people well-dressed in the Hawks Nest tonight. There's a good look at the crowd. Perhaps nobody more well-dressed than the Mohawk Mountaineers with those warm-up pants. Bit of the creamsicle look, kind of a throwback, Flint Tropics-esque.
I like it. I think you got to bang on, too, with the creamsicle there. You see it there near top right.
Don't know what I have to do to get a pair of those tearaways. So almost that tip off here, things getting going. The final home game of the season, like Danielle said, for the Humber Hawks, and then they go on to play Sheridan on the road on Friday night, and that will close out the regular season, Kyle, and then heading into the playoffs, the number 5 nationally ranked Hawks have to feel pretty good.
That's going to be a big game on Friday night in Oakville, your hometown, Matt, and it's going to be a good one. We're excited for it. It's going to be a good game. Obviously, Sheridan right behind Humber in the standings. Humber, of course, clinching their OCAA in first place. They clinched that, so we'll see how they fare here tonight against the Mountaineers, like we said, who are fighting for their lives. We're going to send it to Dwayne Bowles.
Mountaineers and your Humber Hawks. It's now time for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers. A 6'9" setter out of Hamilton, Ontario, number 10, Milos Malajan. A 6'6" forward out of Cambridge, Ontario, number 11, Emmanuel Otong. A 6'4" guard out of Brampton, Ontario, number 13, Kudjo Musaka. A 6'4" forward out of Burlington, Ontario, number 14, Matt Foster. At a 6-foot guard out of Brampton, Ontario, number 23, Aaron Case. The head coach for the Mohawk Mountaineers is Brian Yunker. And now, the starting lineup for your Humber Hawks, as put together by head coach Samson Downey. A 6'1" guard out of Brampton, Ontario, number 6, Jordan Francis. A 6'1" guard in North York, Ontario, number 7, Daquan Caskart. A 6'1" guard in Brampton, Ontario, number 11, Kerwin Elvis. A 6'5" forward in Brampton, Ontario, number 13, Feed Me More, Jalen Morgan. And a 5'10" guard out of Toronto, Ontario, number 23, Jordan Rose. Your officials for this matchup, Jeff Fong, Dave Jackson, and Brad Matsugu.
And we're back here ready to get things going. There's the player introductions, and of course on senior night, Kerwin Elvis and Jordan Rose announced in the starting lineup.
Jordan Rose getting his first start of the season in due fashion on seniors night. Samson Downey giving him the start. Kerwin Elvis playing in his 89th game as a Humber Hawk and starting for the 19th time this season out of 19 games. The only other player to do that on the Hawks team is Jalen Morgan.
Jalen Morgan, who pretty much the whole way this season has led the Hawks in scoring. And the past 2 games, he's gotten off to a really hot start. Even in that loss to Redeemer, Morgan, red hot off the jump. And then really as a team, the Hawks slowed down and looking to rebound here against the Mountaineers.
And in that loss against Redeemer, Redeemer did shoot 50% from the field and 50% from 3. So they were on fire, but the Hawks not shooting well, just under 30% for the game. Look for a rebound.
Morgan wins the tip right away and pass way too high for Francis. And turnover, Mohawks ball. Humber coming up empty on their first offensive possession. And Mohawks got some weapons. They're led by their rookie, Emmanuel Otong.
There he is with the missed 3.
Morgan scooping up the rebound. Hawks now in transition. Nifty pass from Elvis. Francis can't get it to drop. Back the other way. Missed shot. Francis comes down with it. Shot by Caskart. That's off the mark. Still scoreless here on the Hawks' first 3 offensive possessions. Dropped here is a corner shot. Still nobody getting on the board. Rebounded by Rose. Hawks on the outside. Open shot for Jordan Rose. Just rims out.
Now it seems like both teams are trying to get their feet wet. Still looking for our first points in this game. A couple missed on both sides.
Hard time getting on the board here on seniors night. And there's the first points of the game.
Yeah, Samson Downey's not liking what he's seen. He called that timeout even before that bucket. Not liking what he saw from his offensive guys. Start this one, timeout Hawks.
What do you think, Kyle? The Hawks getting some open shots even. Just nothing falling.
Yeah, just try to move that ball a bit quicker. They had some good shots. Jalen Morgan, a good look there. Daquan Caskart as well, but early on in this one, not too worried if she beat Samson Downey. Just try to get the feet wet here. Hawks coming off a loss against Redeemer. But their last home game here was a thriller, to say the least.
And with all that height on the Mohawk team, it's really no surprise they're a really effective rebounding team. And we've seen a bit of that here in the early going. Lots of boards by the Mountaineers in the offensive and defensive end.
Now they're first in the league in blocks per game, so it shows that height right there alone. When it comes to rebound, they're fifth in the league, top 5.
Kyle, I'd like to give a shout out to all of our viewers at the main bar at the Ryu Palace in Cabo, Mexico.
Send me that sun.
Could use a little bit of that sun.
It's cold out there. Here, at least. But we're in this gym, nice and hot.
Red hot in the North Campus gym. The Hawks had the ball coming out of the timeout. Few substitutions. Here's Marceline.
Yeah, he's going to check in there.
Jordan Rose back to Zach.
Senior Kerwin Elvis checks out.
Cascard gets a wide open shot. Ooh, Hawks can't buy one here.
Hawks did not shoot very well in their loss versus Redeemer. Carrying over right now into the Hawks nest.
And quick points off the glass.
Aaron Case finishing that one off.
And there comes the Humber Hawks. Quick in transition, Jalen Morgan getting the first points of the game. Hawks playing some tight D. Shot there by Otong. Doesn't go, rebounded by Milos, so tall. 6'9". Otong comes up empty. Now he's averaging 25 points a game. The Hawks are going to have to keep an eye on him.
Milaj in there, number 10, comes up with a big board. One of the best in the league.
Play it again, big surprise. Mohawk snatching all kinds of rebounds. Morgan finally taking it away, and the Hawks back the other way. Morgan doing it all himself, hits the turf, and he'll shoot 2.
Strong move there from Jalen Morgan as we get a nice look here at the layup over Milaj there. Morgan going hard to the rim on that last play. Had Jordan Rose on the far side in the corner, decided to take to the rim, looking for the foul. He got it. As Milaj picks up his first.
The Mountaineers with so many first-year players, and they're really carrying the load. Otong, Lajon, and Foster.
And Milaj and Otong both in the top 10 in total rebounds.
Outside shot. That's Foster. Can't make that three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Cy Samuels gets it over to Zach Marcelli. Another sloppy pass is going to be a self-inflicted turnover.
Yeah, we've seen a couple quick subs here. Cy Samuels already in the game. Zach Marcelli and Fauzi in for the Hawks. Head coach Samson Downey trying to find something with his offense here, who's been quiet so far.
Down low now, and the travel is called, much to the delight of Samson Downey, who saw that one all the way. And Hawks ball looking to turn things around, not the start they were looking for. And Kyle, we wondered how they were going to come out after that big loss to Redeemer.
And they looked good in warm-up. The energy was up. So far, that hasn't really transitioned to the game, but it's early here in the first.
It's a 32-point loss on Saturday. Had a nice bit of a time off. Good behind the back pass there.
And there's the presence of Lejean there.
Outside shot from Otong. No good, taken away by Morgan. Morgan making his way to the hoop, finds a wide open Fauzi. Shooting for the Hawks, just having all kinds of difficulties, even with these open looks. Open shot for Mohawk is good. That's Kujo Masuka.
Masuka, 27% three-point shooter, comes up with a big bucket for his Mountaineers. Once again, are fighting for their playoff lives here. They need a win tonight.
Now it's going to be tough for the Hawks against a really motivated team with playoff implications.
A desperate Mountaineers team, and Hawks just can't find their shooting touch so far in this one.
Yeah, that shooting swagger just doesn't feel like it's there. But it is for the Mountaineers. There's another three-pointer. Aaron Case, second-year guy.
Good three-point shooting team are the Mountaineers, and they're showing it off early here. They're third in the league in three-pointers made, and they've made a bunch so far.
Aaron Case, a 31% three-point shooter. Jalen Morgan working hard under the net, off the glass, and he's got 4.
Lodge in there came up with a block. Sorry, Matt came up with a block there on Jalen Morgan on the first attempt.
Another 3 with Morgan all in his face. Hawks got to be careful they don't have a repeat of Saturday and have another team just go red hot.
And 9-2 run right now for the Mountaineers after that Samson Downey timeout.
Kyle, we mentioned it, the Redeemer Royals in that big win against Humber, they shot 14 for 28, 50% from three-point range.
And 50% from the floor in total. And that would have been a big 3 for the Mountaineers to extend their lead to 10.
Right now, Mohawk is up by it's up 13-6. And they take the ball away.
Samson Downey's going to want a timeout here after the and one. As the Hawks are going to try to get a bit more energy into this game. Kevin O'Toole and Jimmy Rich are going to check inside. Samuels looking for the answers here. And LeJohn, big center, number 10, 6'9", tough to stop. And the Hawks aren't known for their size in the paint. The only really big guy they have is Jerome Gale, but we haven't seen much of him lately.
Yeah, real tough matchup against a very tall Mohawk team. And they've got the height and the shooting percentage is on point this evening. But I gotta like that substitution. You bring a guy like Kevin O'Toole, big energy player, and Jimmy Rich, another guy that could maybe get this team fired up.
And Kevin O'Toole struggled a couple games ago here at the Hawks Nest against Niagara. I'm sure Samson Downey has been trying to get him going, especially this time of year, coming playoff time. You need guys like Kevin O'Toole to come up big for you. First-year guy, CTA standout.
Kevin O'Toole being guarded by Otong. Good pass by Fauzi. That three-pointer from Cascard, no good. Hawks putting the press on here. Long three-pointer. Doesn't go, but great play there by Emmanuel Otong to put that one away, Kyle.
And there's the presence of Otong. 6'6". He's got that long wingspan. It comes into effect there.
Good effort to pass it down low, but that's picked off. Hawks get it right back, Kyle, and throw it away.
Yeah, Fauzi trying to go inside at Jimmy Rich. He had Cascard on the far side wide open. It's a deep 3 here from Masuka, no good, but like we mentioned before, Tong comes up with a big rebound. He's got 4 points. Him and Masuka. Masuka with 8 and a couple threes to go along with it.
The Hawks are down by 12 right now. They were down by 12 in that fourth quarter overtime comeback against the Niagara Knights. But right now, early, Hawks down big.
Yeah, 14-2 run right now for the Mountaineers. Taking advantage of a couple turnovers here from the Hawks.
And you got to like the defense from the Mountaineers. It's been real tight. That time, Kevin O'Toole finding a way to get to the hoop off the glass. Now just a 10-point deficit. Jimmy Rich with some good D inside. Cascard is fouled by Jordan Martin. You get the sense this could be a big offensive possession for Humber to kind of turn the tide.
Yeah, we're winding down here in the first quarter. This is the time where, especially a guy like Jimmy Rich coming in, the energy player, see if he can get his team going here. Came up with a good defensive stop on the other end.
Kevin O'Toole with the ball up top, him and Fauzi. Throwing it back and forth. Ball rolls out. And it's Humber's ball.
Aaron Case will check back in for Mohawk.
Kyle.
Second-year player.
Yeah. So new look for Mohawk. And we all thought this would be a good matchup. Mohawk coming off a big game against Sheridan. And Kyle, looks like we're going to live up to that expectation.
And look right now, the Mountaineers have nothing to lose right now. They want to leave everything on the court, and that definitely was the message from Brian Yonker, head coach of the Mountaineers.
And what a great challenge for the Hawks after their first loss to have to regroup against a very tough opponent. Head coach Brian Jonker wanted a, oh wow, Otong with a big dunk.
And there's that 6'6", but with that wingspan, it might be a bit longer. Comes up with the throw down there, and the Mountaineers bench is liking that one.
Yeah, and already fired up Mountaineers team has got to like that dunk. Here's Kevin O'Toole, open shot. Doesn't go, gets his own rebound. Nothing falling for the Humber Hawks right now.
Some good defense right now from the Mountaineers, frustrating some of these Hawk shooters.
Kevin Otong being guarded by Samuels, and he hits that deep shot, and number 11, Manuel Otong, is fired up, Kyle, right in front of us.
And you gotta like that if you're the Mountaineers. A huge dunk here from Otong. And not only can he throw it down, but comes back the other end just like that and comes up with a good defensive stop and then a big three to grow this lead for the Mountaineers, who right now are on a 19-4 run after an early timeout from head coach Samson Downey of the Humber Hawks. He takes another one. His team looking for some answers here on the offensive end as the Mountaineers are pushing the press right now.
Score here is 23-8. And Kyle, we expected a good matchup, a nice formidable opponent, but boy, oh boy, Hawks really down right now with 2 left to go in the first quarter.
And we'll see. Hawks, obviously, their shooting has not been great so far in the first quarter. That's obvious. But we'll see what they do to try to switch things up. Maybe they drive more to the rim. Maybe Samson Downey decides to bring in maybe a different player to get that spark going. The shots have not fallen so far. Maybe try to bring him more to the rim and try to find a different option to get some more buckets, but it's tough with the height of this Mountaineers team.
Well, we're talking about what do the Hawks have to do to get going, but they're dealing with a Mohawk team that's red hot. I mean, you got 9 points from Otong already and 8 points from Masuka.
And the Mountaineers only 7-10 on the season, but it's not about the record, it's about when you play them. And the Mountaineers, 2-game win streak coming off a big win against Sheridan. They're hot right now as O'Toole gets called for the travel. Hawks, of course, still undefeated at the Hawks, and that's this season. That loss against Redeemer was at Redeemer on Saturday.
And if the Mountaineers can make their way into the playoffs, they gotta like the way they're heating up here at the end of the year. It's a good pass down low, good D by Jimmy Rich.
It's all about peaking at the right time. Mountaineers are doing that right now.
Cascard shot way off. Kevin O'Toole puts it away. A very essential basket for the Hawks to score here as we head into the end of the first quarter.
Good block there. Jimmy Rich with the good defense. Kevin O'Toole up there as well. Said Coach Brian Yonker not going to mess around here. Bring in his 6'9" center, Malajin. It's Cascard there with the missed weak side rebound. Kevin O'Toole puts it up, and the Mountaineers call a timeout here with just over a minute and change to go.
The last time we saw the Hawks at home, they had a large deficit to overcome, down 12 points in the fourth quarter. And Kyle, they found a way to get it done, this time early on. Big deficit. How do the Hawks respond?
Oh, Matt, don't get me started. This game is far from over. But it's all about the shooting percentage. Right now, the Hawks aren't getting their best shots that they're looking for.
There's Leticia Lopez
she's looking on right now after her final game with the Hawks, and that's just finished up. You got the knees iced up right now. But the Hawks need to try to find some better looks here. Drive the ball, try to kick it out, get that double team to come in. Try to find an open man. Samson Downey drawing up some plays here. His team down by 13 late here in the first.
And Samson Downey with the 17 wins to start the season. That's the most by any head coach in Humber history to start their career. 17 straight. And really one of the biggest strengths of this year's Humber Hawks team has been just the high quality coaching staff. And right now it's going to take some good X's and O's to get the Hawks on the right foot here.
And Trayvon Mollison checking in, maybe trying to get that spark off the bench. Couldn't find it. A couple guys here.
Hawks got to find their rhythm because Mohawk is not messing around. Score here is 23-10. Mollison over to Cascard, who takes it to the hoop. Just rolls out. Cascard finds a way to come down with it. And he pretty excited after that basket. He pushes Kevin O'Toole.
And that's what you want if you're Cascard. The shots aren't falling, so go to the rim and drops that one in.
O'Toole guarding Otong. Shot doesn't go. Mollison is going to carry it up the court here. Kevin, wide open three. That's a big shot.
And that's what you want to see out of Kevin O'Toole. Struggled a little bit in the last couple games, picks up a nice three there. It'll be interesting to see what bodies are thrown at Otong. He's got the long wingspan and the long shot. Right now they got Kevin O'Toole on him.
Seen a couple Humber defenders have a hard time with that assignment. And a great move to the net. Mohawk is going to reestablish that double-digit lead.
Otong did a good job there.
7 seconds left here, Kyle.
Block screen on Kevin O'Toole.
Towsey over to Jalen, who just kind of throws it to the net. Humber Hawks come up empty, and after 1 quarter of play, we're at a 10-point deficit for the Humber Hawks. Second look there at that Kevin O'Toole three, and that's got to be good heading into the second quarter, Kyle, to see somebody make a shot from downtown.
See if you can grow that confidence up a little bit. And one guy that has struggled as of late is Fauzi Muhammad. From three, hasn't been excellent last couple games, only 1 of 13 from three. He had a hot start to start the season. We saw him at the Hawks Nest go off a few times, but last couple games here, he struggled, and he's the type of guy where once he gets going, he's tough to stop, and especially later on in this season, we are here in the late stages. Once playoffs kick, he's a very important guy. If he's not starting, coming off the bench.
And right now, just a game of matchups. It seems like Mohawk's able to use their height, getting all kinds of rebounds and second chances. And of course, doesn't help when you're shooting red hot.
Only shooting 26% from the field are the Hawks, and only 9% from three. Not ideal for sure, coming out of a rough game against Redeemer where you only shot 23% from three and only 9% in that first quarter coming in here today.
Yeah, talking shooting percentages. Mohawk 4 for 11 from the three-point line. Humber 1 for 11. That kind of sums it up right there.
And the Hawks going deep into their bench already early on. Already 6 guys coming in off the bench. Only 2 for the Mountaineers, and they rely on their big stars to carry them to victory.
Yeah, Humber trying all kinds of different looks to try to get fired up here because the team just looks flat, and Mohawk is the opposite of that.
And Otong, he's tough stop with that reach, and he's been good so far. He has 10 already.
He's the real standout player, number 11, Manuel Otong. Deep shot there from Kevin O'Toole.
That's good shot selection. Just bounced out. Got to keep shooting if you're Kevin. Good shot selection there.
Mohawk back the other way. Outside ball movement by Mohawk. Tight defense by Mollison. Strips the ball away. Humber back on the offensive. O'Toole with a nifty move off the glass.
And it all started on defense. Trayvon Mollison coming up with the big steal. Jalen Morgan, good dish to Kevin O'Toole. and a good finish.
Kyle, here we see Cathcart on Otong.
Trying to find a bit more energy on Otong.
The crowd really coming alive here right now.
Good help defense there, Kevin O'Toole. Great job, wow. That's what you want. That's how you get the offense going. It all starts on defense.
And a big energy play. Here's a second look at Kevin O'Toole's layup, but really right now this gym is buzzing, and it's all because of a couple big defensive stops by Humber.
And Cathcart is the perfect guy to cover Otong, who checks out of this game right now. He's got a lot of energy on defense, and he can bring it to the house too.
Cathcart's a guy that plays with a lot of emotion. And here he is with a three-pointer that doesn't go.
Great job, Trayvon Mollison in on the action. He's been a good spark player coming off the bench right now. Possession arrow in the Hawks' direction, so they'll keep the ball just like that. 10-point game as Jordan Francis will give Daquan Cathcart a bit of rest here. And a good job by Cathcart starting off this second quarter.
The Hawks are pulling all kinds of guys off the bench looking for a spark, and looks like they found it with number 24, Mollison. That time the pass just a little out of Morgan's reach, turned over. And the Hawks come up with another big defensive stop. Good behind the back move. Mohawk looking good on their offensive possession. Mollison comes up with it. Kevin O'Toole off the glass, slides down into the photographer. Mohawk with a wide open shot, and it is good. That's Kojo Masuka adding to his point total.
He's 3 of 5 from 3. He's been lights out so far in this one. Grows that Mountaineers lead back to 13.
Morgan down low, nice turnaround shot, rims out. Humber down by 13. Looking for another big stop. That time the call going to go in favor of the Hawks.
Jordan Francis coming in with the good charge, good take there. It was a wide open three. Kevin O'Toole he went down on that last possession, not allowed a man open, and Masuka coming up with the big three. He's got 3 of them. The Mountaineers lead by 13.
O'Toole with his three-pointer, and that's good. Kevin O'Toole looks like one of those guys that could maybe heat up here and have to carry the load, as the Mountaineers have plenty of guys that are firing that time. Shot's no good from Aaron Case. Marcelline makes his way to the hoop. That pass is intercepted, and Mollison has no choice but to pick up the foul. Lots of energy in the gym right now, Kyle.
Yeah, that Humber bench is telling Zach Merceline, he came in on that drive, was wide open, telling him to go to the rim.
Right back the other way, Mohawk.
The Hawks just not set on defense. That allows a wide open 3 for Matt Foster.
And there's Mollison making his way to the hoop, and here's another guy. Him and O2 have been really important for Humber. Mohawk on the offensive, they'll let a 3 go.
Great box out there by Kevin O'Toole. Otong, and
Marcelline gets called for the travel as he tries to keep it in bounds.
Cathcart's gonna come back in here for Trayvon Mollison. Just not set on defense there was Humber. That allowed Matt Foster with the wide open 3 as Samson Downey trying to communicate with his players to try to get them going on defense here. And they got Otong on Kevin O'Toole here.
Yeah, Humber's really gonna have to pick it up defensively. There's an easy path to the lane. Rebounded by Otong. There's that deep 3 ball. Taken away by Kevin O'Toole. Jalen Morgan with his shot. And that's good.
Great defense on one end. Transition basketball of Jalen Morgan with the splat 3.
Morgan's the point leader for Humber. Francis, drive into the hoop, pull-up shot, nothing but net.
There you go, 6-point game. It was 15 at one point. Hawks coming back in this one.
Looks like Jordan Rose is going to check back in on the next whistle. Big defensive stop for Humber is needed right now. Fed down low.
Tough matchup there. That's the matchup the Mountaineers are looking for with Kevin O'Toole on Otong. Thing is, if Cathcart gets on him, that leaves another man open. Matt Foster is pretty tall as well.
Great hustle play by Francis. And now it's going to be Hawks ball on the baseline, 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Jimmy Rich checks in for Marceline. Jordan Rose back in for Kevin O'Toole. He'll inbound the ball.
Just seen so many looks from the Hawks tonight. Good inbounds pass to Cathcart, and he fumbles the ball, turned over.
Yeah, not much movement there for Jordan Rose to find someone. Just had to throw it in there to Cathcart. He couldn't handle it. But a good second quarter coming out of a rough first start. Hawks have done a good job here, cutting the lead. It's only 8.
So far, Mohawk just outplaying Humber on both ends, defensively, and it's been a red-hot offensive effort from Mountaineers here.
They got Francis on Otong.
Rebounded by Morgan, who just has to throw it out of bounds as he's off balance. Here's Otong being guarded by Francis. Pull-up shot off the glass, no good. All kinds of Hawks in the area, and looks like Jimmy Rich might have picked up the foul.
And there's that rebounding for the Mountaineers coming into play, and that's been a concern all year for the Hawks, is their ability to rebound against these tall centers that some of these teams have. Redeemer, Spencer Kersey's a big tall center who leads the league in rebounds, and that was a big factor in the loss against Redeemer. And so far in this one, Malajan's coming up with a bunch of rebounds. Masuka as well there, number 13, to go along with it. Jalen Morgan, really only the big man on the floor right now. Jimmy Rich playing the 4 spot too.
Mike Morgan finds an open Cathcart, and that three-pointer is good.
See Cathcart covering Otong right now. Just over 4 minutes to go.
Hawks only down by 5 here. Otong, good inside pass. Finds Masuka. Aaron Case to the hoop, and he picks up the foul. Looks like Jordan Francis picked up that one. So Case will shoot 2. Kyle, you gotta like the momentum kind of swinging in the Hawks' favor. A bit more offensive fluidity.
Now it's all starting on the defensive side of the ball for Humber. That's bringing that over to the offensive side. That's where it all starts right now. The Mountaineers went off to a hot start on offense, and Hawks weren't able to stop them. A little bit frustrated that might have carried over to the offensive side. And right now they're doing a good job on defense.
So 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and the Hawks looking to keep it going. Morgan, great move to the hoop, making it look easy.
That got the mismatch there with Aaron Case. Takes it right in with a nice spin move.
Yeah.
Takes on 2 defenders.
Very pretty, and now back on the defensive end. Like you said, Kyle, this is where it all starts. Here's Rose on Otong. All kinds of bodies flying everywhere, and a missed three-point shot. Big window of opportunity for the Hawks here. They're down by 4. Here's Morgan. Second look on the replay here. Great move to the glass. 2 Mountaineers could not stop number 13, Jalen Morgan. Rose with the shot. No good. Otong quick in transition. Samuels tries to take it away, batted up in the air. What an athletic play from Emmanuel Otong to finish off that.
Yeah, John Dilmage as well with a good pass to Otong. And that athleticism on full display here at the Hawks Nest.
Samuels with a good pass. Another Pretty move from Morgan. Fauzi over to Rose. Back down low to Samuels, who's fouled, and basket won't count. Samuels is going to shoot 2.
See, frustrated with himself, Cy Samuels there, but a great offensive possession there from Humber, moving the ball well all the way around. Fauzi kicked it out a few times. Cy Samuels finishing off that one. He'll go line 2 shots here.
So a couple good offensive possessions for Humber. Samuels just a little bit off the mark on that one. Hawks down by 6. Just 3 minutes left here in the first half.
It was 15 at one point. Just like that. Just under 3 minutes to go.
Mohawk on the outside. Now here's Otong. Foster takes a deep 3. Rebounded by Kevin O'Toole. Pretty spin move. Ball's all over the place. Mollison. How about that, Kyle?
Kevin O'Toole, great defensive play. Goes back the other way, and nice play to Trayvon Molson. And look at the height here for the Mountaineers on the floor right now.
All kinds of tall fellas. Good feed down low to Otong, and Hawks do a good job of breaking it up. That was Mollison. Now here's Fauzi. Finds a wide open Mollison. No good.
Wow.
Second chance by Daquan Cathcart, and he's fired up. And we'll have a timeout called by the Mohawk Mountaineers as Humber is heating up, down by 1.
Kevin O'Toole there on that last play. Good dish to Trayvon Molson. And Fauzi Muhammad decided to not take the 3, dishes it off. Daquan Cathcart looking on here after a big rebound and a bucket to make this a 1-point game. It was a 15-point lead this time in the first quarter. And like I said before, it's far from over. Hawks proved that 38-37 as Samson Downey's liking what he's seen from his team after a rough first quarter.
There you see Coach Chad for Humber talking to his team, and Humber finding a way to get the matchup situation figured out and find the right configuration. And Kyle, it's been pretty clear Kevin O'Toole and Trayvon Mollison are really where it's at for Humber right now. Those 2 guys are really being effective here in a tough matchup against Mohawk.
And Kevin O'Toole not getting the start in this one had a little bit to do with the factor of Jordan Rose coming in on seniors night, getting the start from Samson Downey. But Trayvon Molson's done a great job as well, like you mentioned, coming off the bench. Like I mentioned before, it starts with that defense. And if you can get some energy on defense, get some nice stops, that transitions to some good offense and good flow of offense with transition basketball. That's on full display right now for the Hawks.
Hawks having to stand tall. Kevin O'Toole bats that one away. Great defensive play. Fauzi getting swarmed. Samuels over to Marceline. And that pass is just out of reach.
That's okay if you're Humber. You like that ball movement. Good active hands on the defensive side there from Kevin O'Toole. He's covering the tall 6'6" Otong right now as Daquan Cathcart will get a rest here. We haven't seen much of Kerwin Elvis since that first quarter. He is on the bench right now.
Fauzi guarding the much taller Matt Foster. Now switching over to Aaron Case. Shot clock winding down. 2 seconds left. Doesn't look like Mohawk is going to get something up. Oh, they do.
All right, the last second. Musaka finding room and space, and the shot clock winding down, puts up a 2.
And that jumper is going to put the Mountaineers up by 3, but Marceline back the other way. Going to cut the lead now. Humber just down by 1. Don't think the Hawks have led all game.
They have not led all game as the pass inside. Lead to a foul here. Looks like it's going to be on Kevin O'Toole.
That's the Hawks' 4th team foul.
14 on the shot clock here, just under a minute to go.
Last minute of play, the Hawks have tightened up. They were down by as much as 14. Now we're neck and neck. This time, 2 shots coming up.
That's Molson's second, as Samson Downey just giving him a word here on that foul. So that first free throw there from Aaron Case is nailed. He's got 6 points in this one.
Second shot doesn't go. The Mountaineers scoop up the rebound. Second chance here with 8 on the shot clock. Nice finger roll. And now Hawks are down by 4. 37 seconds left here. Fauzi with a deep three-pointer. No good. Kevin O'Toole with the rebound, so the Hawks are just going to reset here, Kyle. Marcelli makes his way to the hoop. That floater, no good. Samuels with a great putback.
Yeah, the reach back there from Cy Samuels. Off the window, 10 seconds left here. Shot clock off. The Mountaineers most likely going to hold for the final shot.
4 seconds left. Mohawk on the outside, taken away by Fauzi, who just dribbles it out. Big stop for the Hawks there, Kyle. They're going to enter halftime down by 2.
And a much better first or second quarter than that first quarter. Saw there Musaka coming in with that final bucket for the Mountaineers in the first half. But an all-around pretty solid first half from the Hawks. A rough first quarter, but really rebounded on the defensive end in that second quarter. It's transitioned into some solid offensive plays and brought them back into the game. It was a 15-point deficit, now a 2 at halftime.
And we'll throw it over to halftime, the Shoot for Cash contest, and we'll be right back with you for the start of the second half. We're back from the Hawks Nest for the conclusion of what was a very exciting first half between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the Humber Hawks. The visiting team from the Hammer able to squeak out a 2-point lead. And Kyle, they were red hot to start that half, and the Humber able to fight back and kind of make things a little bit closer here.
Yeah, the Mountaineers playing really well right now, shooting just under 40% for the game. The Hawks really struggled in that first quarter, only shooting 26%. But in that second quarter, it was all Humber. They came out shooting on fire, shooting 50% from the field in that second quarter for the game, just under 40%. So they are shooting better than the Mountaineers, but right now the Mountaineers have looked good with their star player Emmanuel Otong, who leads the way with 15 points.
Well, Kyle, we saw this against Niagara. Just one standout, dynamic, dominating athletic player really controlling the pace of the game, and that's what we have right now with Emmanuel Otong.
Him and Masuka as well. Masuka, good three-point shooter for this team. He's number 13 out there. He's 3 of 5 from 3. But the difference right now for both sides, the bench points. Right now, the Mountaineers with 0 bench points. They've only played 3 guys off their bench. Humber, they've played 6 with a total of 24. So big difference from both benches as early on, especially in that first quarter, Samson Downey was trying to find some answers off his bench, try to get that offense going. He eventually found it in that second quarter with a couple of key plays from Trayvon Mollison and Kevin O'Toole. And Kerwin Elvis, we saw him start the game. You see him about to sit down there. He's only played 2 minutes in this game. He did go down hard in the game against Niagara at home with a back injury. Not too sure if that's the case for his absence so far in this one. Just speculation at this point, but it doesn't look like he's going to come back into this game anytime soon.
Here we go, second half underway. Good pass down low to Otong, and very quickly the Mountaineers get on the board.
And leads off right where he left off. To where he makes his money down low.
Now it's the Hawks looking to score on their first offensive possession. Great job by Daquan Cathcart making his way to the hoop and putting Humber on the board.
He's got 9 points. Did a good job covering Otong in that second quarter. He's not covering him right now. They got Kevin O'Toole on him.
Morgan guarding the big fella. That rolls out of bounds. So Mountaineers led by all these first-year guys, and that's been the story all season long, and no different here tonight in the Hawks Nest.
Yeah, they're a young team with a bright future. It's a nice basket there by Cathcart. The last play, Mlodin getting fouled, so he'll go to the line.
Here's Milos Mlajan at the free throw line. The big 6'9" center makes good on his first free throw.
Mlajan, second in the league in blocks. He's got 1 in this one for a team. The Mountaineers have 4.
And the Mountaineers jumped the gun on that free throw, but it did go in anyway. Kevin O'Toole, wide open 3. Off the side of the rim. Rolls off a Mountaineer out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball. With 14 seconds on the shot clock. Morgan with the rock. He's driving to the hoop. And he bowls over the defender. Good job by Aaron Case for Mohawk. Taking the body, and it'll be Mohawk ball.
And Aaron Case there, number 23, has been good on both ends. He's come up with a couple big buckets for his team. A 3 to go along with it. He's been good on defensive as well, picking up a charge there, and he's got a couple steals to go along with it. This Mountaineers team, watching them here, it's tough to imagine that they're 7-10 on the season. They're giving this number 1 team in the OCAA a run for their money.
And Kyle, they're on the brink of the playoffs. They're just slightly out of the picture behind the St. Clair Saints. But right now, looks like the Mountaineers are playing the best basketball of the season, coming off that victory against the Bruins.
Thing is, for them, it might come a bit too late. They're going to need some help and go on a 3-game win streak here. Or
yeah,
5-game, I guess you should say, if they pick up the last 3 games. There's Aaron Case with the left hand.
Hawks down by 5, and it's Mohawk with the ball here. Otong. Down low now, pull-up shot is good. And that's Cujo Masuka.
Heck of a fake there on Cascard. Had Cascard looking the other way. And Masuka, the bench liking that one.
Humber not able to answer with their offensive possession. You see Mohawk kind of getting a rhythm here in the second half. Hawks better be careful.
Aaron Case running this offense for Mohawk, number 23.
Mountaineers on the outside. Good pass down low to Otong, who throws it down.
What a play there. Masuka with the excellent pass inside, and Otong. No chance for the Hawks defense. The height just a big factor so far in this one.
That's his second jam of the game. Mollison down low, nobody to pass to, but he finds Cascard on the outside. That three-pointer, no good.
And there's the height of Mlodjan coming into play there. Back the other way.
Mlodjan with the quick points in transition.
And it was a 2-point game to start this second half. And the Mountaineers have come out on fire.
Mollison with a wild pass. Hawks kind of scrambling offensively right now. You got to give credit to that Mountaineer defense. Everybody goes up. Morgan looking for the foul. He won't get it.
Hawks right now trying to force it inside. Saw a pass there from Cascard. Masuka there with a nice pass.
Ball inbounds.
And a frustrating start right now for Humber with 7:02 to go.
And some of the flashbacks to the early woes there in the first half. Mohawk with the 3, and it's good. Mountaineers are red hot. Samson Downey running over for the timeout. And the Mountaineers, every player and member of that coaching staff is fired up right now.
Sorry, Matt, I was going to say this Mountaineers team are fighting for their lives, and it's showing right now. This bench is fired up. You can see the 3 there from Matt Foster. The bench loving that one. They are playing for their lives. They need a win to stay alive in the OCAA to have a chance to play in the crossover match. Right now you see Daquan Cascar trying to get his team fired up right now. The Hawks have come out flat to start this second half. A 14-2 run. We saw a similar run to that to start off the first quarter. Matt, you mentioned it a little bit there about similarities from that first quarter. So far, a 14-2 run coming out of that first half. The second half, a lightning start right now for the Mountaineers.
Hawks down big now. Mountaineers able to reestablish that lead. You got to wonder how long the Hawks can play this game, letting their opponent just get on these big runs. Fauzi Muhammad with a deep 3.
He's a guy the Hawks need to get going. He can come up with some big shots and turn the game around. He's been quiet so far in this one.
Humber just feels a little bit flat once again. Playing catch up. Otong, shot no good. There's Cascard over to Jalen Morgan. Now finds an open Fauzi, but can't get that 3 ball to go down, and then Cascard is blocked.
And there's the 6'9" Malong coming up with another big block. And that's the presence on the defensive end for the Mountaineers right there.
Mohawk leads the league, the entire province in blocks per game. Morgan taking it to the hoop. Elects to pass off to Cascard. But again, empty-handed. Humber having a really hard time getting past his 43-point mark. They have been stuck.
And Kerwin Elvis on the bench trying to get his team fired up. Obviously not able to come back in. But he's barking at his team, trying to get his players fired up here as Jimmy Rich is going to come in. Just a frustrating start right now for the Hawks here in the second half.
And the Hawks look tired. Nobody following up that offensive possession. Mollison was all alone.
And talk about tiredness here. The Hawks, for their last 4 games here, are in 8 days. It's a lot of basketball. Sheridan on Friday. A lot of basketball down the stretch here for Humber.
Otong, pull-up shot, no good. The Hawks, that's a lucky break. They have to find some points here. Fauzi over to Zach. Finds an open Morgan. Three-pointer is good, and that's just what the doctor ordered.
Money for Jalen Morgan, the big man, coming up with the big three. He's got 14 in this one. Keep it going here. Lots of time, only down by 11.
Big defensive stand now. Mountaineers on the outside. Otong, pull up three. Gets his own rebound, spin move, ripped away by Jimmy Rich. Cathcart by himself. And the and one play.
And we're gonna get a timeout here very soon.
No doubt, Kyle, you really feel things swinging in favor of Humber right now.
And it is on cue, timeout Mountaineers, but what a play from Daquan Cathcart, going hard to the rim. Aaron Case picking up the foul. That's his third. That's big right there with 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Looked like Case was in that half circle in the restricted area. I think that was the reason for the blocking foul. Tough blow for the Mountaineers right now, but the Hawks doing a good job coming back, and like you mentioned before, it always starts on the defensive end. Jimmy Rich with a great steal there, coming up with the ball. Daquan Cathcart running the floor. 9-point game here as the fans look on. Ticia Lopez, Maya Campbell Johnson taking in the action here after a good win.
And now here we go. Third quarter action. The Hawks on a bit of a run here. There's a good look at that most recent basket. Now here's Cathcart trying to follow up with the three-point play.
Cathcart with 11 points, looking for 12 here. Put this lead to 8. There it is, 8-point game, lots of time left here.
Can the Hawks keep this momentum going and get some big defensive stops? Going to be tough. As Emmanuel Otong finds the big pass. Now here's Fauzi taking the ball away. Cathcart, case of fumbleitis. Mohawk back the other way. Otong.
That was close. Looked like he might have kept that left foot down. And foul there, Jimmy Rich. But it looked like Otong did a good job keeping that left foot just down there. So he's trying to get out of the way of Jalen Morgan. And Jimmy Rich picks up his first foul on the shooting foul. And Otong right now leads the way with 19 points.
Otong makes good on the first free throw.
And Matt, it says 6'6" on our sheet here, but I don't know about that. He looks a bit taller than that.
Well, it's that wingspan. Yeah. He's got long arms.
Coming into play right now. As Masuka will check back in for Otong, to get a late rest here. Matt Foster, number 14, also coming in. That's Aaron Case checking out, number 23. He's got 3 fouls in this one. Zach Mersling running the offense here.
Hawks really pushing the pace here. Fauzi over to Marceline. Good down low play. Jimmy Rich misses the layup but gets his own rebound, and there's the and one play.
And that's where the energy comes. Jimmy Rich. We've talked about him a bunch with the lots of energy plays, and he comes up with a good defensive or offensive rebound off his own miss. See here, good find inside.
Great look there under the net. Rich steals it away and goes up.
Battle there with Matt Foster. Can't finish the and one though.
Here come the Mountaineers in transition. Very frantic pace. Ripped away. The Mountaineers reset with the offensive possession. Work the ball down low. Hangs on the rim, rebounded by Jimmy Rich. Mohawk coming up empty there. Real frantic pace to this game right now, Kyle.
Back and forth we go. Malajan's gonna check back in, the tall 6'9" center.
And the fourth-year player, John Dulmaj, takes a seat in his place. Marceline with a three-pointer. No good, rebounded by Morgan. And he'll have 16 on the night after that basket.
Just out of the reach there, Malajan's coming in on that block. Good job there from Jalen Morgan.
Masuka down low, being guarded by number 13, Jalen Morgan. Wow, just an effort play there from Cujo Masuka.
You gotta like that defense though. Jimmy Rich with the good help defense. Came up with a block, but unable to get that last play.
Mollison down low to Jimmy Rich, who elects to not do the slam dunk, but that's 2 points either way.
Great find there from Trayvon Mollison. Tracks the big man, then drops it down to Jimmy Rich.
Kyle, the Hawks are down by 6 right now. 3-point shot by Mohawk is no good. Mollison carrying the ball for Humber. Over to Marceline, back to Mollison. Feeding it down low to Jimmy Rich, and he is fouled, and better be careful. Clapping in the face of Malajan.
And Malajan looked like he got into his face after that block, but he picked up the foul. Jimmy Rich gave it right back to him, as that was the play just before that. Jimmy Rich with a good finish.
Jimmy Rich, a guy who maybe not up there in terms of points per game, but misses badly on that free throw. But Jimmy Rich is a guy that comes in and provides energy, really just a huge intangible benefit to number 14 when he's on the court.
And we saw that firsthand last home game against Niagara. In overtime, he came up with some big defensive plays, some good buckets as well.
Misses both of his free throws, rebounded by Jordan Francis. Now Francis will take a three-pointer. No good, and the foul called on Jimmy Rich. He kind of hung on to Malajan.
Well, the foul is on number 14, Jimmy Rich. Personal foul number 2, team foul number 4.
So Jimmy Rich picking up his second foul, and he'll check out of the game. In his place, the big fella, Cy Samuels. Mohawk on the perimeter. Try to feed it inside. They have Marceline guarding Otong right now. Bit of a size mismatch.
It looks like they got Francis switching back on him here. Otong left wide open. Got lost on that cut. He was the trigger man. That inbound came across, nobody on him. Wide open three.
Now here's Morgan with a deep three of his own. Doesn't fall. Picked away by Humber, but it'll ultimately roll out of bounds. Bit out of control there.
And that last defensive stop there from Humber, just lost track of Otong. They're coming around. He was the trigger man inbounding that ball. And Hawks with some little bit of miscommunication. Otong was left wide open for three.
Ball fed down into the key, and Mohawk comes away with a quick score. And their lead's back up to 11, Kyle.
And Mosaka coming up with another big bucket. He's been good in this one. Secondary scoring for the Mountaineers here.
As we head into the later stages of the third quarter, but Kyle, this game is nowhere near over.
Masuka has 21. He had 20 points and 14 rebounds in the game in the 199 win over Sheridan.
Kevin O'Toole, great individual effort to the hoop.
Stunner step there from Kevin O'Toole. He's got 14 rebound game for him.
Yeah, big night for Kevin O'Toole, the rookie.
Great defense.
Kevin O'Toole all alone. Oh, and he gets taken out. Just a very dangerous play. Kevin O'Toole is known to go up and just kind of taken out at the legs there.
Yeah, pretty dangerous right there. Malajan there. Looked like he might have held up at the last second, though.
Very, very dangerous play.
See, at the last second, just held up. It could have been a lot worse there as Malajan will check out, but Kevin O'Toole seems to be all right on the line there. See another look, see Malajan just at the last second touching that hip of Kevin O'Toole, but he picks up his 4th foul.
Just don't want to hurt anybody out here, you know?
He's got 4 fouls, one away from being out of this game, and they got him out on the bench right now with 40 seconds to go.
Mountaineers feed the ball down low. There's an outside shot, no doubt about it. O'Toole over to Samuels. Mollison takes it to the hoop. Oh, just hangs on the rim, rebounded by Otong. And turned over, and Mollison with 2 quick points.
And not ideal right now for the Mountaineers. They had that final shot up by 9. Instead of turnover, 8 seconds to go.
Hawks putting the press on here. 3 seconds on the game clock. Oh, how about that? Mountaineers come away with the basket. Establish a 9-point lead, and Kyle, we're heading into the 4th quarter, and the Hawks are down big.
There's that 3 there for Matt Foster getting open. Kevin O'Toole lost track of it, and Matt Foster drained the 3. And right now for Humber, it's all on defense right now. Mountaineers are getting the shots they want, and they're capitalizing on their chances. And as the coaching staff for Humber looking for some answers here as their team is down by 9. It was only a 2-point game coming into the 3rd quarter. 9-point game, and we saw this last time here at the Hawks Nest against the Niagara Knights. Hawks came back. They were down by double digits in that 4th quarter. And they came back to win that one eventually in overtime. McQuell Martin sending that game to overtime.
A missed 3-pointer from Kevin O'Toole at the end of that 4th quarter, and McQuell Martin, right place, right time, sent the Hawks to overtime, and Humber pulled a rabbit out of the hat and won that game. Kyle, can they do it again here? They're down by 9 as we head into the 4th.
The undefeated season, of course, was lost against Redeemer, but they're still undefeated here at the Hawks Nest this season, trying to keep it alive. And the Hawks did shoot 37% from the field in that 3rd quarter, which is very solid. But the thing is, on defense, they gave up 11 of 20 from the Mountaineers, which is 55%. And the Mountaineers getting what they want, 3 of 6 from 3 as well. And that was the difference in that 3rd quarter. Again, still incredible. The Mountaineers rely so much on their 5 starters. Still looking with 0 bench points for Mohawk. And Malajan, the big 6'9" center, on the bench right now with 4 fouls. As Zach Merceline runs this offense here to begin the 4th.
Can the Hawks take advantage right now? find a way to narrow the gap. Marceline with a 3-ball. That is good.
That's what you want to see, this second unit coming out right now to start the fourth quarter. Zach Marceline with a 3.
Great start for Humber. Mollison is bowled over. And the Hawks will take possession here as we had a hot shot by Zach Marceline, and see if Humber can follow that up here.
Aaron Case, he's got 11 points. He's got 4 fouls, though. That was his 4th, so he's out of the game. So a couple foul troubles here for a couple of the starters for the Mountaineers, but they still got their big boys out there in Otang and Masuka, both in 20 points.
Floor's all mopped up and
Ready to go.
Marceline down deep. Over to Mollison, finds Kevin O'Toole off the glass for an easy bucket. Bringing O'Toole to 19 points on the evening. Great defense by Samuels on Otang. And the Humber bench is getting fired up again off the defensive play. But there's a 3 to quiet the crowd. Matt Foster.
Just under 40% three-point shooter is Matt Foster. He's 4 of 7 so far in this one from 3.
Kevin O'Toole, no travel call. And Jordan Francis is going to hit the 3. Mohawk Mountaineers coaching staff are not happy.
Yeah, they were looking for that travel call. It was close. Hawks will take it, though.
Otang, quick shot from downtown, doesn't drop. Samuels now quarterbacking the play. Finds Marceline, who's wide open, over to Francis. That 3 is good. Back-to-back three-pointers for Jordan Francis, and Humber only down 4. Timeout called.
Look at that. The Hawks coming out firing, down by 9 to start this fourth quarter. Jordan Francis caps it off with a big three-pointer. The bench loving that one. And the Mountaineers, with 2 starters on the bench with foul trouble, have to bring in their bench, who still have 0 points. And right now the Hawks taking advantage of it with some big threes. Jordan Francis caps it off. It's a 1-point game.
All of a sudden, a lot of life in the Hawks bench. But again, Mohawk not going down easy. Every time Humber has some kind of momentum, the Mountaineers find a way to answer right back with a big 3 or big play down low.
The Mountaineers looking for answers here. An 11-3 run to start off this quarter. Mountaineers still lead by 1. Cy Samuels running that offense here. Good pass across Marceline.
Great look there, and it was Samuels all the way, right? Quarterbacking that play, Kyle.
Mountaineers just got caught on that defensive end. Miscommunication left open for Jordan Francis, who nails the 3. He only has 7 points, but he's come up with some big shots. And perfect timing there. He's got the opportunity right now to cover Otang.
Now let's see how the team from the Hammer responds with a turnover. And then Samuels is quickly fouled. Humber is down by just a single point, still looking to capture that lead, Kyle. Just seems so elusive this evening.
Still looking for their first lead of the game. Can't leave this guy open, Matt Foster. He's been hot from 3 today. Great help defense there.
Standing strong, wild pass though, out of the reach of Cathcart, turned right over. Samuels coming right back. And Cathcart with the end one play. That is huge as Humber takes the lead, Kyle.
And Matt, you called it there. Cy Samuels coming in. And what is it? It always starts on the defensive side. Cy Samuels coming up with a big steal. He's been great in this fourth quarter. Gives it to Daquan Cathcart, who takes the hit, and one. Cy Samuels with the steal just before that. And Daquan Cathcart going hard at John Dulmage. And he finishes off the N1. The Hawks have their first lead of the game. 76-74.
It's been so many players that have caught fire for Humber. Right now, it's Cy Samuels. Here he is on defense. Keep an eye on number 20. Guarding Masuka. Here's a three-shot rebounded by Francis. Cascart to the hoop again. That time doesn't fall. Jordan Francis with the rebound. Hawks getting reset. Marcelline with a deep shot. Almost goes.
That looked good the whole way. Just popped out. But good defense by the Hawks. It's transitioning to some solid basketball as Mlodin will try to come back in at the next stoppage for the Mountaineers.
Humber with the lead. Lots of basketball to be played here as the Mountaineers will tie things up. Mollison. Humber just kind of passing around the outside. Now Francis takes it to the hoop, and the height of the Mountaineers comes into play there. Now Mohawk on the offensive. There is a and one bucket from John Dulmage.
You talked about that height difference. It's coming into play right now. Dulmage comes up with that bucket on a good pass there from Otong. And Dulmage standing at 6'7" there at the line, number 22. Mlodin will check in at this stoppage here to go along with number 23, Aaron Case. So all the starters coming back in for the Mountaineers. Jordan Martin, number 3 there, did a good job running that offense and keeping the Mountaineers in it. It's a 3-point game. Hawks down by 3.
Marcelline feeds it into Morgan. Francis, bit of an off-balance shot. That's no good. 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Otong guarded by Morgan. Over to Mlajan, and Francis knocks it out of bounds.
And that's a good defensive play there from Jordan Francis. You don't want the big man Mlajan to get in you and post you up. Get him early, and that's exactly what Francis did.
Pull-up shot from Otong. He's been a little bit quiet here in the second half. Very involved offensively, but just not dropping those buckets. And at that time, Trayvon Mollison just loses the grip. Hawks down by 3 once again.
And Aaron Case here, number 23, playing with 4 fouls. Got to watch out for that. Mlajan as well, number 10.
Otong down low. Can't get it to fall. Mollison back the other way. Goes up and under. No basket, and the Hawks scramble back on defense. Bit of an offensive stalemate here. Mohawk working the ball outside.
4 seconds on the shot clock here. Great defense. It's going to be Hawks ball here. Great defense as Kevin O'Toole will check back in. Jimmy Rich also going to come in.
And we'll see how that takes effect. Usually Jimmy Rich is the kind of guy that has an impact right away. And of course, Kevin O'Toole with 19 points on the night.
And the Hawks going a bit smaller here. This tall lineup for the Mountaineers on the floor.
Deep shot for Cascart. That's off. Hawks will retain possession here, Kyle. They got 14 on the shot clock.
Lots of time. We'll see if Cascart can get open on the screen from Jimmy Rich here. Little handoff, Jalen Morgan.
Morgan back to that spin move. Finds Marcelline with an open shot. Doesn't fall. Now here's the transition offense by Mohawk. Foul called. And Otong will shoot 2.
The foul is on number 8, Kevin O'Toole. Personal foul number 2, team foul number 2.
Otong with his first free throw here.
And the Hawks have already clinched first place. The Mountaineers, on the other hand, they're fighting for their lives. They need a win here today, a win on Saturday versus Lambton, and a win against Sioux on Monday night. And a bit of help to give themselves a chance to play in the crossover match.
Five-point lead for Mohawk as we just go under the 5-minute mark in this fourth quarter. Rich with a laser pass over to Cathcart. Kevin O'Toole with a three-pointer. Nobody home for the rebound. Mohawk takes it away, and you see Samson Downey looking a little bit deflated there.
Great rebound there from Jalen. Taken away from the big man.
Good, big play by Kevin O'Toole, drawing the foul. We get another look at Samson Downey.
Great pass there, Jalen Morgan. Kevin O'Toole going hard at the rim. As Jordan Martin picks up the foul, his second. And Kevin O'Toole having himself a night, 21 points.
A chance for the three-point play.
22 points on the evening.
There it is.
It's a game high, or a team high, I should say. Otong leading the way in this game.
O'Toole on Otong. Quick shot from Mohawk. That hit the shot clock, so whistle blown. It's going to be Humber's ball. And Kyle, they could take the lead with this possession here. Only had the lead once, did the Humber Hawks, and weren't able to hang on to it for very long. But clawed back here.
And it felt like the Hawks have been behind all game, just trying to chase these Mountaineers.
Morgan, quick shot. Taken away by Mohawk. It's a big possession here. Mlajon, deep shot. No good, second chance for Mohawk. Ripped away by Cathcart. Hawks getting set up offensively. Daquan Cathcart makes his way to the hoop, but there's a blocking foul. Mohawk can't believe it.
Yeah, it's going to be outside out of bounds, though. No foul shots. Blocking foul there. Fourth team foul on the Mountaineers as Cathcart does a good job taking it to the rim as Morgan there getting the rim as he'll check out.
Have the varsity ops crew here cleaning up a little spill. Kevin O'Toole got a little bit careless when he was rehydrating there. Down low, Jimmy Rich is blocked. Second chance, Cathcart is blocked, and the foul is called.
And Mlajon came up with the first block. That was clean. But the second one there from Masuka was called a foul, not to the delight of the Mountaineers bench.
Cathcart now with the first bucket. And Cathcart with a chance to tie up the game, doesn't capitalize. Hawks down by one, 3.5 minutes to go. Otong making his way to the hoop. He's been a bit quiet and still can't get one to fall.
He's got 26, but in this fourth quarter, only 1 point to show.
Cathcart with some good dribbling, able to keep possession here.
Oh, great pass.
Jimmy Rich off a great dish from Zach Marceline, throws it down late in the fourth.
What a great pass, right on cue. Jimmy Rich with a two-hand slam.
Hello, Instagram.
They need a stop here.
Otong looking to answer. He doesn't, but foul is called on Jimmy Rich.
That's going to be on the floor.
Second look here at the dunk.
What
Jimmy
a play
Rich.
and what a pass from Zach Mersley in the no look underneath. And Jimmy Rich hooks him up with the two-hand slam. Masuka getting open, finds the point. Mountaineers retake the lead. It's 83-82.
Here's Mollison, finds a wide open Morgan, passes up the shot, Kyle. Oh, and a three-point opportunity.
And that's bigger than it looks right now because Malodjan, the big center, number 10, will be out of this game with his 5th foul.
Mountaineers are not liking the way things are shaping up here.
Some of the crowd cheering goodbye to Malodjan as he picks up his 5th. Hawks lead by 1. Jalen Morgan to the line. And that's a big loss for the Mountaineers who are playing for their lives here.
Morgan with a chance to. And there it is. Hawks up by 2. And there's a blocking foul on Mollison. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. And Kyle, let's take another look at that sweet dunk by Jimmy Rich.
What a dish there from Zach Mercy. Look at the crowd, Matt. They're fired up, right? What a pass to Jimmy Rich.
Otong with the rock now for Mohawk. Big block by Jimmy Rich. Getting it done on both ends. And now Mollison in transition. Finds Morgan. Mollison takes it to the hoop. Bit of a sloppy pass. And that's turned over. 2 minutes left here in regulation.
Good help defense, Jalen Morgan not allowing that and one. Aaron Case heading to the line here. That's going to be the 3rd on Trayvon Mollison.
Kyle, this game coming right down to the wire. An absolute barn burner. Big free throws coming up here. Aaron Case makes good on his 1st attempt.
If the Mountaineers lose this one, they're done. Their season is over.
Rims
That's
out.
a big miss there. You can't leave those free buckets if you're the Mountaineers. Their team down by 1. Hawks lead 85-84.
Hawks with all kinds of defensive intensity. Let's see how they do with the ball right now. Jimmy Rich is fouled. And he'll shoot. And let's take another look, Kyle, at the block by number 14, Jimmy Rich.
Good help defense. Trayvon Mollison with the initial defense, and Jimmy Rich coming in, and you saw the intentional foul there from number 22, John Domage, on Jimmy Rich. See if he can miss at least one. And that's exactly what he does. The intentional foul working right now for the Mountaineers. Jimmy Rich, only a 46% free throw shooter.
That's right.
Mountaineers hoping he misses both. Jimmy Rich converts on 1 of 2.
Now the Hawks back up by 2. Minute and a half left. Otong. Deep 3. Rims out. Mollison will just let that fall out of bounds. Looks like Francis might be checking in here, Kyle.
Yeah, looks like he's going to come in for Jimmy Rich. Try to get some better free throw shooters out there. Jimmy Rich, not one of the best free throw shooters on the team. As you saw that last play, they intentionally fouled him. Bring in Jordan Francis. He's one of the best on the team, 81%.
Marceline. Hawks looking for something. Pretty good defense here from Mohawk. Cathcart called for the travel. And these are very important possessions here late in the game.
Just like that, Jimmy Rich can check back in. Samson Downey doing a bit of a defense-offense swap here on defense, trying to bring in Jimmy Rich. That's what he does.
After that big block, why wouldn't you? Ooh, that time Jimmy Rich bowls over Jordan Martin.
And that's the 5th team foul. Both teams in the bonus right now, as that's the 4th foul on Jimmy Rich. Some big free throws coming up here for the 3rd-year player, Jordan Martin. It's a must. He makes both here for the Mountaineers.
Lots of noise here in the Hawks' nest at Humber College North Campus, and the air ball on the free throw. This place goes berserk.
The crowd loving that one.
Oh, man. Second free throw, no good. Morgan with the rebound. Kyle, the Hawks are up by 2, and they have the ball. This could be a big possession to extend the lead here.
Try to ice it. We got Trayvon Molson down low. And a blocking foul. Hawks in the bonus, so Merceline will go to the line.
Such a hard-fought game. The Mountaineers were up by big at several points in this game. The Hawks finding a way to come back.
And Aaron Case, that's going to be his 5th. He's got 11 points, so he's going to be out of this game as head coach Brian Yonker wants a word with his team here.
And for Mohawk, all game, things have been going their way. Bit of an unofficial timeout here. The officials are talking things over with the coaches, allowing a bit of an impromptu timeout.
And we talked about Emmanuel Otung, number 11 there. You can see on your screen for the Mountaineers. He had 24 points coming into this 4th quarter. He only has 26 for the game, so only 2 points in this quarter. The Hawks have done an excellent job covering him. First big free throw made there for Zach Merceline.
Big shots from Zach.
One more makes it a 2-possession game.
And how about that? Late in the game, Zach Marcelline has been huge. That sweet dish to Jimmy Rich for the big momentum play on the dunk.
And coming off the bench with some big buckets. And that's been the story so far in this one. The bench of this Hawks team has outplayed the bench of the Mountaineers. That's been the difference in this one. The Mountaineers 41 seconds away from seeing their season go away. They need a win to stay alive. And they're in a tough pickle here as they're down by 4.
Bit of a pickle indeed, Kyle. Hawks heating up at the right time on both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively. See how things shape up. Could really go anybody's way here. Timeout breaking, and this should be good. Mohawk with the ball, 48 seconds on the clock, and they're down by 2 possessions.
And the
here.
Hawks have done this with all of this comeback right now without 5th-year player Kerwin Elvis. He's been out since the opening tip.
Otong has gone quiet. We'll see if he heats up here. Martin takes the ball to the hoop for the Mountaineers. Now we get an open 3. Oh boy, that rebound just falls out of the hands of Francis, turned over. And now Otong picks up the foul. Kyle, things looking good for Humber right now.
And Otong upset with himself after that miss. He had a chance there off the steal. And the Mountaineers gain their chances with the Hawks on the defensive end, coming up with some big plays.
And Otong has 26 points on the evening, Kyle. He averages just over 25, but late in the second half, he's gone pretty quiet.
Only 2 points in this fourth quarter, and that's been the difference right now.
Mountaineers need something quick, and you know what? They kind of a little too fast for their own good. Otong picks up the foul. And the Hawks are up by 6, and they'll get to add a few more with a pretty trustworthy shot at the free throw line, Zach Marcelli.
Well, what a comeback from Humber. With 22 seconds to go, up by 7. They pretty much sealed this one. They were down by 15 at one point. Down by 11 in that third quarter. And coming into the fourth, down by 9. What a comeback.
And a missed 3 for Mohawk, and this game is pretty much over. Looks like Humber Hawks are going to take it by a score of 92-84, and the Hawks Nest is on their feet, and deservedly so. This Humber Hawks men's team had to dig deep, Kyle, to find this win.
And their final home regular season game of the season, they pick up the win and stay undefeated at home. And a tough loss for the Mountaineers, who see their playoff hopes go down. But the Humber Hawks pick up the win after they were down by 9 coming into the fourth.
And a joint player of the game nomination for our seniors here tonight, Jordan Rose and Kerwin Elvis. And Kyle will see the men's team here in the Hawks Nest one more time in 10 days' time as they're doing their playoff crossover. Good effort here. The Hawks were down big as you get a good look at our photographer Diego showing a little fella there what the camera's all about.
And on seniors night, you mentioned it, Jordan Rose and Kerwin Elvis picking up player of the game's honors for this one as the players thanked the fans. It was an electric atmosphere in this one. And they responded well in that fourth quarter comeback once again on back-to-back home games. Comeback wins for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, and just, again, Humber down by a lot in this game and taking deep. Kyle, we saw that again. They were losing to the Niagara Knights, and they found a way to get it done, and you got to feel good. Even though they had that big loss to Redeemer, finding a way to win through adversity, that's got to be good heading into the playoffs.
And they did a great job. You mentioned it. It's all started on defense. They struggled in that first quarter, and Emmanuel Otong was really outstanding in that first half. In the third quarter, he did really well, but in that fourth quarter, Cy Samuels came into the game and really did a great job on the defensive end, covering Otong a few times. Jordan Francis did a great job covering him in that fourth quarter, and that was really the difference, quieting Otong, who only had 2 points in that fourth quarter. And that was the story. And that bench for the Humber Hawks making the difference. Zach Mersling coming up with some big buckets. Kevin O'Toole coming off the bench in this one. Cy Samuels, Jimmy Rich both making a good impact on defensively and offensively for the win.
And we should have Danielle on the sideline with our players of the game, Kerwin and Jordan Rose. And there she is, Danielle on the sideline. Let's hear it.
Hello and welcome back to the sideline. My name is Danielle Dupuy, and I'm here with both the players of the game. Outstanding performance out there. I mean, a little bit of smirks from the both of you. But we have to ask, what's your experience been so far at Humber?
It's been a wonderful experience. I won in my first year. I won the provincials in my second year. It's been a long season, long years, but it was a great experience.
We definitely did a lot of winning. I think we're fortunate to just be part of such a winning culture, and definitely a program that cares enough about their student athletes to set us up in the future to be outstanding members of society. Yeah.
Well, great job, guys, and good luck to you on Saturday. And back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. And good words there from Kerwin and Jordan. Definitely a privilege to be a part of a winning organization and just a great family culture here in the Hawks Nest. And
Humble guys for sure. Love to win, and they experienced that firsthand here.
for my broadcast partner Kyle Dalton and myself, Matt Hamill, we want to thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you for the playoffs very soon.